Okay, here's the Chapter 1 review for the 6 weeks test. Now, question 1, are S, C, and D collinear? Remember, collinear means making a straight line. S, C, and D do not make a straight line, so the answer is no. Number 2, where does AD intersect ST? Here is AD, here is ST. You can see they intersect at point C, so the answer would be C. Number 3, are these 3 points coplanar? Remember, coplanar means in the same plane. And you can see that A, S, and T are all in plane R, so that is true. If you also remember, any 3 points are always coplanar, so it will be true that way as well. Now moving on to questions 4 and 5. Notice the key word is between. Anytime we see between, that means that part plus part equals total. So part plus part equals total. Now we substitute. The value of AX is X. The value of XC is 9. And then the whole thing AC is 12. So now we subtract 9 from both sides, and we get X equals 3. Now the next one again, you see the word between, so again we know that part plus part equals total. So again, substitute in the parts. AC or AX is 3x plus 4. XC is 2x minus 9. And then the whole thing is 35. Now to solve, we collect like terms. And then 4 plus negative 9 is negative 5. Now we add 5 to both sides. 5x equals 40, and then divide by 5 and get x equals 8. Again, part plus part equals total. Now moving on to back, numbers 8 and 9, again between, so again same thing. AX plus XC equals AC. So AX is 2x plus 1, XC is 4x plus 8, and that equals AC, which is 33. So again, just substituting in the values. Again, collecting like terms gives us 6x plus 9 equals 33. Subtract 9 from both sides. 6x equals 24. Divide by 6, and x equals 4. Now notice here they want us to go a step further and find AX and XC. So now we'll just take this 4 and substitute it in. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 8 is 24. And then just to check your math, we know that 9 plus 24 does equal 33, so we know we're good. Alright, moving on to number 12. Now notice we've changed to midpoint. Remember, midpoint means in the middle. It means this piece and this piece are the same. So if the whole thing is 14 and those are each x, then you can see very quickly they have to both be 7. So then on that one, x is 7. On number 12, again we see the word midpoint. So we know that this part has to equal this part. So your equation is 2x minus 8 equals 4x minus 24. Solve an equation. Now add 24 to both sides. 16 equals 2x. So x equals 8. Moving on to the last one on this page. Bisects is the same as midpoint. Now it's very important that you plug into the angles. So 7x minus 1 goes there. 4x plus 8 goes there. Bisects means they equal each other. So 7x minus 1 equals 4x plus 8. Subtract 4x from each side. And then add 1. Get 3x equals 9. So x equals 3. Again, bisect and midpoint are the same. Now, moving on to this page, this is from section 1.4, angle pairs. Remember that these two angles are what we call vertical. And if you'll remember, vertical angles are always congruent. And if they're congruent, then we simply set them equal to each other. So 7x minus 16 equals 4x plus 2. Now we just solve the equation. Add 16 to both sides. And then divide by 3. And get x equals 6. And so again, vertical angles are congruent, giving us the x value of 6. Now here, notice that they're telling us that the two angles add up to 90 degrees. Well, if they add up to 90, then that's the equation we'll use. 3x plus 30 plus 5x minus 12 has to make 90 degrees. Again, collect like terms. 8x plus 18 equals 90. Subtract 18 from both sides. 8x equals 72. So we divide by 8 and get x equals 9. Now notice here they want you to plug in, find angles 1 and 2. So we just simply take the 9, plug it in. 3 times 9 is 27, plus 30 is 57. And then 5 times 9 is 45, minus 12 is 33. Then remember they have to add up to 90. Well, 57 and 33 do add up to 90, so I know that they're good. Now moving down to this section, this is again 1.4. Notice that 32 is vertical to angle 2, so those have to be the same. And then notice that these two angles make a straight line, so they're a linear pair. They have to add up to 180, so 180 minus 32 is 148. And then to find angle 1, notice that all of these angles make a straight line, so they all have to add up to 180. So then 90 plus 32 gives us 122, and so to get us to 180, that would have to be 58. So now we know that angle 1 is 58 degrees, angle 2 is 32 degrees, and angle 3 is 148 degrees. And if you'll remember, all the angles together make a circle, so then all the angles would have to add up to 360. Easy way to check yourself. Alright, 23 and 24. Notice they're complementary. That means they add up to 90. So these two angles have to add up to 90. So 17x minus 18 plus 5x has to equal 90. Now when we solve, that gives us 22x minus 18 equals 90. Add 18 to both sides. That gives us 22x equals 108. And so then when you divide that out on a calculator, you'll get x equals 4.9. Alright, so number 25. Actually 30 and 31. Okay, here they're supplementary, so they have to add up to 180. So the first angle plus the second angle have to equal 180. Again, collect like terms. And then 5 plus 8 is 13. Subtract 13. And then when you divide both sides by 8, you will get 20.9. And so that is your answer on that one. Now, this part really confused a lot of you the first time we did it. Make sure you draw your number line. That's the difference in getting these right or wrong. We know that A is at ordered pair 3, 2, and B is at negative 1, 4. So to find Y, we've got to find the average. 3 plus negative 1 is 2, divided by 2 is 1. 2 plus 4 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. So I know the answer to that problem, the midpoint, is 1, 3. Now, for the next one, notice they give us A and Y, and they're asking us to find B. On this one, we have to use common difference. So from 5 to negative 2, we subtracted 7. So we're going to subtract 7 more. Negative 2 minus 7 is negative 9. And then from 0 to 3, we added 3. So from 3 to there, we're going to add 3 more. 3 plus 3 is 6. So my ordered pair is negative 9, 6. And then finally, we have the distance using Pythagorean theorem. Remember that that's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Remember that c always has to be the hypotenuse. Now we're looking for uv. So to do that, we come straight down and straight across to make our triangle. You can see there's my right angle. There's A, there's B, there's C. So I can see real quick that A is 3 units, B is 3 units, and C obviously is unknown. So then 3 squared is 9. So then C squared equals 18. Take the square root of both sides. And when we do that, we could leave the answer as this if you want to, or you can plug it into the calculator and get 4.24. I'll accept either answer on that. Alright, that is the review on Chapter 1. And then add that to what you did on Chapter 2, and that will be what your 6 weeks test will be on for Thursday and Friday. If you need any help, come see me in tutorials. The week's almost over, so just make sure you finish out business and do a good job. Good luck.